Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rashad Spicer, aka One Flesh, and welcome to Marriage Maintenance. Well, we're gonna show you a lot of tips and tricks you can use to strengthen your marriage. Here we go. So today we're gonna talk about masculinity and femininity. Feminine traits. Let's do it. So I was supposed to record this video yesterday, but I got stuck picking weeds, y'all. And man, if y'all don't know, these weeds in Arizona are disrespectful. You hear me? Like, you can pluck them, spray them, burn them, they just grow right back like 10 times. I know it's monsoon season, but geez, you know, I had one out there about the size of my kids. I'm like, bruh, you acting like I plant you here. Like, I promise you, one walked in the house and was like, hey, what y'all got to eat? I'm like, yo, wipe your feet before you come in here, dog. Like, I just mopped the floors. You know what I'm saying? Like, they disrespectful, y'all. Anyway, so we talking about masculinity and femininity. And most people think that, you know, this falls within the gender category, but it really doesn't. So when most people think about masculinity, they think male. When some people think about femininity, they think female. But the personality traits, masculine or feminine, can be split between genders. I look at it as like on a spectrum. Masculinity on one side and femininity on the other side, and we all fall somewhere in between that spectrum. And if you don't know this, you can have a lot of miscommunication. You can have a lot of issues understanding your partner because you don't know where they fall on this line. So me and my wife are opposites of our gender. I mean, most males are predominantly masculine and most females are predominantly feminine, but there are some few who fall on the other side of this spectrum. Me and my wife, we fall on the opposite sides of the spectrum. So my wife is a little more masculine when it comes to personality traits, and I am a little bit more feminine when it comes to personality traits. Now, don't get me wrong, I am super set in my masculinity and I am comfortable with who I am, and you have to learn to be comfortable with who you are and where you fall on that spectrum. So like I said, I'm gonna show you the traits. I'm gonna show you the traits that I'm talking about, masculine and feminine. Just view them, and I want you to write down which traits you see more in yourself and which traits you see in your spouse, and they'll do the same for you, and then compare the two. This will help you get to know one another a lot better, and I'm sure once you know this, your communication is gonna get a little better. So here are the traits, and so just take a look at them, see which ones you fall under, write them down, and then try to, I guess, predict what traits your spouse possess, and then let them do the same for you, and then compare the notes. And listen, take what they're saying as their traits. Don't try to make them take the traits you think they are. Take what they're saying as their traits. They know themselves better than you know them, even though some believe that that's not true, but it is. So take the traits that they have presented to you and take them as truth. Here are the traits, and just take a look at them and see what you think. Alright guys, as you're looking at this, I want you to know that you can be a masculine personality and not be a complete jerk, and you can be a feminine personality without being a waterhead, which is somebody who cries a lot. Your personality does not reflect your actions or what comes out of your mouth. Once you do this, I know that when you start having conversations with your spouse, getting to know them better, you're going to start seeing these traits, and then that'll help you direct the conversation, even if it's just a regular everyday conversation or a heated conversation. It's going to help you direct that conversation to an end state. When knowing these traits, I think that most people will accommodate their spouse because of the traits they possess. This is the person you marry, alright? You know, you have to work around their personality traits. You can't just constantly try to change your spouse from who they are, because you're gonna do this all the time. That's gonna happen. You can't change who they are. Now, you can, however, adjust to who they are and make life better, make conversations better, and improve your relationship even with those traits in place. Your spouse is gonna want things probably done a certain way, or he's gonna want things done to his liking or her liking. Sometimes you gotta compromise to that. You're gonna have to compromise, and that's what living together, being together, and living this life together is all about. You're gonna have to learn to mend with each other, and these traits sometimes they complement each other. Like my wife, she's a little bit more stern than I am, and I'm a little bit more passive than she is. So that actually complements the relationship, because in times where I need to be stern, you know, she can fill in, and when times she needs to be more compassionate or passive, I can step in, and we work in that dynamic. And so this will improve not only your marriage but your life quality, and you can start building your empire and start breaking down barriers and really living and enjoying life. Hey guys, this is my son Joshua. He can't leave me alone when I'm trying to record. He wanted to say hey to the peoples. Say what up though. Tell everybody that they need to subscribe to my channel. Say subscribe to my dad's channel.
Subscribe to my dad's channel.
Cause he's awesome.
Cause he's awesome.
And he partially knows what he's talking about.
He partially knows what he's talking about.
See y'all next time. I'm out.